Hello everybody and welcome to Cruise Conversations, and today we have the first in our Meet the Innovators series. So for those of you that have seen what we've been doing, we have been interviewing some of the biggest innovators in the cruise interiors and hospitality market, looking for companies that have got new products, new opportunities and new services for the cruise line industry. And today I am joined by one of our founding partners of the show. It's Robert Pullen with Fil Doux Textiles. Hello, Robert.
Hello, good morning from Miami.
Yeah. So, Robert, tell us a little bit about Fil Doux Textiles, just to give the people at home the background story, who they are, what you guys do, and where you're from, I think is an important question.
Sure, happy to be here. Thank you so much. So Fil Doux Textiles, in a nutshell, we own and operate our own mills in Chile and Brazil, which makes us super unique to begin with. Lots of folks are looking for other partners and other pipelines that are not Asian, that are not coming out of China these days. And we've been producing fabric for 85 years. My business partner's family started with one fabric mill 85 years ago. Now we're 5 mills strong with both vinyl, which we call Ultratex, and fabric in South America.
Fantastic. So Ultratex, which is the reason we're here today. So I want to ask you some questions about your new product that you've launched. So, I've been doing a bit of research, looking on your site, looking at what's out there, and it sounds like Fil Doux have produced the very first biodegradable vinyl for the cruise line industry.
True. So, sustainability has always been really important to us. Just even the production, the word sustainability, when my business partner's family started the mills, they've always been ahead of the game, right? Like just things that happen on site, that we take care of, like all of our wastewater differently, and 80% of our mills solar powered. So really an interesting perspective, but it's super important when we're producing a product that we're not taking away more than we're giving back to the earth. 80% of all vinyl, when it leaves, whether it's a cruise ship or hospitality, it goes into a landfill. And most people don't realize that the longevity in the landfill is about 400 to 500 years. We figured out how to put an enzyme into Ultratex to make it break down in 30 years or less. When Ultratex ends up in a landfill, it actually breaks down faster than leather. It's really interesting, really innovative, and it doesn't shorten the longevity in either the guest room or on the ship at all. So whether the product is supposed to be there for 7 years or 10 years, that doesn't shorten. What does end up being much shorter is how long it ends up in the landfill, how long it stays on the earth.
And that's a really interesting point, because we've had a session where we've spoken about sustainability, and the refurbishment market is a huge producer of waste materials, whether that's furniture, fabrics. So it sounds like your company has come up with a way that we can reduce the impact of the refurbishment when we look at changing the materials.
100%. And that's something that's been, again, really important to us in all different layers, but we think that Ultratex is the most sustainable vinyl for hospitality or cruise. It's really innovative in the fact that it doesn't cost anything different. It's a great price point. It doesn't add to a lead time. And really important to all the brands out there is that it doesn't shorten the longevity of it in whatever its use is designed for. So again, on
that topic then, Robert, so what I would like to do is talk about some of the typical applications that you would use this product. So our cruise audience that we're watching this, responsible for guest rooms, responsible for restaurants, bars, pretty much any public space from a design point of view. Talk to us about some of the types of areas that you'd like to see this product.
Well, of course, I'd love to see it in any of the rooms, right? It makes sense for headboards. It's soft, it's supple, it looks like real leather, if that's the look you're going for. But then we also have tons of color, tons of pattern behind it. But originally we started out making it, we wanted it to look just like leather. And lots of folks end up subbing it out. If they can't get the leather budget, they can definitely go right to Ultratex there. But it's for guest rooms, it's for public space, restaurants, anywhere that you need it to be, spas, anything like that. It fits all of those.
And so we're talking upholstery here.
upholstery.
Talk to me about some of the cleaning options, because we live in a world now where everything is being cleaned hundreds of times a day.
Super important.
That's going to continue. Tell me, what's the process?
So we developed when we developed this scientifically, we developed our own ink and denim protection called ProTech. It comes out automatically on the product, but what's really beautiful too is that it goes into the product mix. Because we own the mills, we figured out how to put the ink and denim protection into the mix as well as on top, so you've got a double layer of protection. But obviously people need bleach cleanability these days as well, or other options for cleaning, super important. We took a little while longer, but we created a bleach cleanable finish as well that doesn't change the hand. And that's what's really important to us when we put a product out there. Sustainability, but we want it to look beautiful and feel beautiful as well. And Fil Doux actually means soft yarn. It's a French name, but it's important to us. The look and feel of our product is really important. So bleach cleanability doesn't change the hand, doesn't change the top coat, doesn't change the finish, super supple. And then really innovative behind the scenes during COVID times, Copper Shield, which is a copper infused antimicrobial. It goes to work 24/7. You don't have to plug it in, you don't have to change a filter, you don't have to do anything to it. Once it's applied to the fabric or the vinyl, it goes to work automatically. And in the guest room, if someone were to sneeze, and it covers a lot of things, right? COVID, the flu, the common cold, but also mold and bacteria, which is really interesting, right? So those things, as we move past COVID times eventually, right, those other items are going to be still just as important. Somebody on a cruise ship who might have a cold and sneezes in their guest room, that chair or that headboard is going to protect that guest room naturally through an antimicrobial copper infusion.
And talk to me, so you've got one of the things is just the Copper Shield that you've just spoken about. Why is it interesting that you guys happen to be in Chile? Is there a connection there? Something that's going to make it a more interesting?
Yes. So copper happens to be the second largest export out of Chile. And we were super lucky when in the heaviest days of COVID, our factories were producing PPE equipment, medical grade, of course. And we were able to take their technology and infuse it right into our product. So we had some of our workers producing PPE equipment and some of our workers on our own line. And we were able to figure out, again, scientifically, how to infuse that right into our own product.
That's fantastic. So you've got the Copper Shield, which of course can be used to protect against things like coronavirus and flu, and then ProTech Plus, which is the bleach cleanable element of the material. So these work together. So you could actually have it's both protections can be used at the same time.
It's either one or the other, right? So the antimicrobial, it's two different finishes. One would be a bleach cleanable, or one would just be an item that you don't want to clean with bleach, right? So does that make sense? So the antimicrobial, you don't need to scrub it with bleach because it's working in the guest room. So it actually can help shorten the length of the clean by housekeeping, if you think about it, right? So if you knew that the whole cruise ship, if every lounge chair in every guest room or all the dining chairs in the dining room had this, it could be something faster for housekeeping and safer because of less chemicals.
Absolutely, I understand. So then with Ultratex, what something that we've seen on your site is that you guys reference mill direct and tannery direct. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that's going to give value to the consumer, value to the customer?
Absolutely. So our policy has always been to go straight to the consumer, right? We're not a jobber. We actually own the mills. So we've been using the word tannery direct, or we've been using the words mill direct for a long time. And then as we moved into leather, we have a tannery in Italy. So if somebody's looking for leather and we sell a lot of it, our price points, our lead times, all of that is coming tannery direct as well. So it's just another word that we've incorporated into our speech. So mill direct, tannery direct. It's super easy. It's Italy. It's all upholstery grade items, all stain protected, ready to go. And we think as we move further into the cruise world, that's going to be an important part of who we are, the tannery direct option.
Yeah, absolutely. So the people that are going to be watching this are interior designers, architects, people responsible for new build and refurbishment.
Sure.
What's the message you'd like to send to them people that are listening now, thinking this could be a really good opportunity for us? What's the one thing that you really need to drive home that they need to know about?
I really think it's about sustainability, right? At the end of the day, that's who we are. That's what we want to make sure that people get as our message. We didn't come up as suddenly as like, hey, we want to be a sustainable company. We've always followed above and beyond sustainable options. Like I said, 80% of our electricity either comes from windmills or solar. We do our own water reclamation on site at our mills in Chile and Brazil. And we figured out how to do old school tanning processes in the tannery, but to modernize them, to use 40% less chemicals, to use 50% less water. So everything we do has a green point of view, but it's not because it's trendy and it's not because that's what people are looking for now. It's because really it's the heart of who we are, right? We want to give you a soft, beautiful product that's going to last for whatever use you're putting it on, but we want to make sure that we're not taking away more than we're giving back to the earth, right? So it's really important to us. Sustainability, it's a core value.
Very good. And I'll finish off then by just mentioning something that I saw that you guys are involved in, is the Do Better initiative, which I think is fantastic. So I think on your website it says for every certain amount of product you guys supply, you plant trees back in the rainforest, which I think is a brilliant initiative.
And we wanted to make sure that everyone understood that we weren't just talking the talk, we want to walk the walk as well, right? And all these things that I talk about are great, but something that you can actually see and feel and sort of touch if you choose to, is that we do plant 1,000 trees for every 1,000 yards of Ultratex that we put out there. So producing our product in Brazil, we plant those trees in the Amazon rainforest of Brazil. So it comes back full circle. And then it actually nets us out to be carbon neutral 100%. So
amazing.
Yeah,
excellent.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I really do look forward to getting this message out to the people that need to see it. Thank you very much for your time today. And everyone at home, if you're watching, please check out their website, get in touch with Robert, because they've got an innovative product that needs to be on cruise ships. That's us for an episode of Cruise Conversations.
Thank you, everyone.
See you soon. Take care.
Be well.